likely jumping in the middle of that. So it turns out Sephiroth did have a spirit board. It's just if you got him early, that's why it wasn't.
Yeah, the thing I said might be the case was actually the case, as you can see with the icon.
I didn't say you were wrong. I just said we would look into that, but then fucking Christmas happened. I said we would do a part 2.
Oh, look at that old ass Final Fantasy VII art.
I said we would do a part 2 if there was a proper spirit board after the release. And it's after the release, and there was a proper spirit board.
Mm.
So yeah, it turns out he did have a spirit board.
Look at all this old art before Nomura started to Nomura things up.
You say that. Ah. That's funny. Okay.
It's pronounced Keishi, you plebs.
Carson can join now, and we can...
Yeah, so I'll just do the thing then.
I kinda have to. Oh, Cloud. Well,
No, we're just in the Final Fantasy VII flashback then.
I'll be Darker Cloud. You know what? We've got weapons. And it's been...
that's funny.
Also, Sephiroth is not the best reach in this game.
Isn't that still Min Min?
No. Depending on what Sephiroth's... yeah.
Yeet.
Depending on what Sephiroth is doing... most of Sephiroth's range is better... Like, hold on. Damn it. Most characters Sephiroth outranges, but Min Min is, like, really close, and one of the Belmonts outranges one of Sephiroth's attacks.
No, of course they do. While I have contempt for Final Fantasy VII, I can at least appreciate the references.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've said before in many other recordings, I feel as a game, wait, you have to hold the button. I feel as a game itself, 7 is perfectly fine. My problem is sort of kind of the atmosphere and everything.
Oh, I got him!
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but neither of us got hit.
Booyah.
He gives you better jump!
Yeah.
Because he's a Dragoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I find shit like that hilarious. Enemy is giant. Giant at high damage. Increase defense when the enemy has higher damage. And they favor neutral special. Yeah, because he can transform into a monster, and you find him in that mansion area. Like I said, some of these I feel are clever.
Sakurai is at least clever enough with his...
So because of that, the funny thing is, because of what Vincent did, we keep missing plebs. That happened because shooting items up. I was going to say I would expect him to maybe be the transformation one, but
change my name. Hold on. I know. I just wanted to. I forgot to do this a minute ago. This.
Like I was saying, because these are going to go by super quick because of our blatantly cheating. I feel 7 as a game is perfectly fine. I just hate everything that surrounds it.
It was a game that, to be fair,
and you see, if I wanted to be extra trying,
distracted by items.
because she tried to steal things.
Yes.
And you're fighting her in the field area because, for anyone who hasn't played Final Fantasy VII, like, she would randomly steal things on, like, the overworld, right? Oh, that worked fucking amazingly! And Item Gravitation, again, funny. As soon as you threw the black hole, I was like, I'm going to just start trying this.
Like, all...
You know,
He is very fast and can't stop quickly.
at high damage, enemy
Can deal damage by dashing into you.
And the enemy.
Yeah. That's... Final
uh,
Fantasy VII, I will be fair and say, is a perfectly fine game. I just hate...
I kind of hate its whoring out, and I feel if you want to be extra edgy and extra hard, you can, oh damn it. You could blame a 7 for Square's modern Square-isms. I think
You killed him.
Yeah, not you, the guy that was closer. Anyway, back to...
No, you were the closer one.
Yeah, basically.
No, seriously. Sephiroth.
Stamina battle, reinforcements will appear. Yeah. Anyway, my point, I feel you could make an argument that 7 is was possibly sort of the start of Square's modern problems and Square-isms, because Final Fantasy VII is the game that started like...
Franklin Badge would be really good.
Yes. Like, Final Fantasy VII is the game that basically started furiously jerking off Square's, like, animations and shit. Yeet.
Hey, Barret. Bye, Barret!
That happened. And I never took any damage in that, because Sephiroth is bullshit. Is that, I mean...
Hey, he fell on that bomb. Aha, yeah.
Well, like I say, I feel 7 is the game where you could say Squareism started to take
It was
hold,
the first...
But I will be fair and acknowledge, I think 8 is possibly way worse, because 8 is the game where they essentially like... I've talked about this...
Oh, come on.
8 is the game that we talked about this before. The reason Squall's jacket has the, like, fur on the top was Nomura was basically told...
Wait, beam!
Damn it. Oh no, by accident hit them. The reason Squall, like, jacket has the fur on the top, Nomura was basically told the PS1 cannot render that.
Yeah.
And he was like, hold my beer.
Mm-hmm. Defeat the main fighter to win, enemy favorite side specials.
It should have been the enemy favorite... I know why it's side specials, because, you know, to Aerith and shit, but I kind of feel like it should have maybe been enemy favors down specials for, like, aerial attacks.
This might be good then. The thing is, Square, realistically, 7 was sort of the very...
And part of the reason I've been thinking about this, and I'm sure some people might have... God damn it, that move's range is too fucking good. Yeah, let's just have him attacking a dome over him. That's good game balance.
7, I can say, is not a bad game.
Like I said, as an RPG, I feel it is perfectly fine. And now let's get into the Final Fantasy, like, 15 versions of things. Choco and Noble. No, Moogle. Yeah.
said this is a rank 1, so we can...
Why? I know they only had so much music to work with. Why didn't they bring one of the Chocobo themes? And I sort of don't care how ridiculous it is for fighting game music. Remember, we have Bath Time from one of the fucking, like, Nintendogs games. Oh shit!
Because of the So, and that's a little bit dumb, because of that fucking pit. So we actually lost a level, like a 1-star, because of the bridge broke and we fell.
No, the bridge was... we got knocked to the pit. The bridge was broken at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bridge broken at the beginning.
Fine. Come on. Oh, yes! There, because it's level fucking 1, I just need one good hit. It's funny, of all the things to die to, just...
I think part of the reason for that was... I think you would have to go back and rewind the footage. One of the Mii Brawlers attacked...
Oh yeah, the Turks!
The Turks. And the other two. And...
So, like... We're halfway talking about, like, 7, but... I mean, in general... I just think a lot of what happened with it, it's a little bit overhyped, and sort of the ridiculous whoring really does kind of bother me, because...
Because, like, while I said I feel 7, you know, as a battle system, I do think it is a perfectly fine battle system. I will say I feel 9 and 10 as turn-based battle systems, I think are infinitely better, and are the best version of the, like, well, 10 actually technically isn't the active time battle system. 10 is just a straight-out turn-based RPG.
Except 10 has that really unique, dumb thing to it that makes me...
Oh yeah, he has the slide. I forgot about that.
So does Cloud.
Alright.
That should do it.
Damn it. Slippery biscuit. Oh, wait, stop thinking and just... Oh, I charged too long. There we go. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, because of the one guy, that makes sense. It's a... Rufus is a white, Marth was a steel diver. That's fucking clever.
Yeah, because he had the fucking, like, shotgun.
Yes.
I played 7. Anyway, what we were...
I'm trying to talk about.
I feel other Final Fantasy games,
Yes.
in a lot of ways, deserve good...
Like, it's like, I feel a 9 is a better battle system.
And, like, 9 is a better battle system in a lot of ways. 10, I think, is kind of cool, but my problem with 10, I don't like how the sphere grid works. Because my problem with 10, and this... Damn it. My problem with 10... The way the sphere grid works, creates a, like, really... Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
I...
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
There
Yes!
we go.
Good. Several. Which is funny, I had a limit break and I was about to... The sphere grid bothers me, and the way that that battle system works out bothers me. Because my problem with the sphere grid, because all your stats are devoted to that thing, you get in a scenario where Like, and this was my problem with 10. I don't feel you're constantly strong enough in 10 unless you literally devote to like 2 characters. Because if you try to balance out and constantly change up the party, you don't get enough points.
Ha!
Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, damn it!
Damn it, Carson.
I was trying to jump to him, but he hit me, so he pushed me off the ledge.
That's my thing about 10, and that bothers me because you really need to devote to like 3 characters and never touch anyone else. Because you don't get enough fucking spheres in a casual playthrough to have enough of an impact on your stats because you don't level up in that game. Also, this is an amazing representation of Ifrit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got my limit. Hold on.
You don't need limit. I have Giga Flare. No, that was Mega Flare.
This is going incredibly fast.
Instead, that one happened. And now we hit the brick wall.
Bahamut Zero.
Oh, I was going to say we might want to equip Soma Crew so that we would have double Giant Killer, but I'll see how this goes.
So, super armor. Something punishment.
Damn it. And because of the super armor, this isn't going to send us too far.
Yeah.
Actually, well, because of legend stats, it was a bit longer than I expected.
Slow super. Yes! First try! And I had a limit break, and I did.
Even I threw Mega Flare at him. That would have killed.
No, the fucking super. So we died.
We died to the levels. The
The
level.
level 1 and the 3.
Because, and the only reason we died to the level 1 and the level 3 was I think we got hit in a way where we got pushed off.
Well,
That happened.
that was a thing.
You know,
Carl should also have his new final.
I guess we can try to show that quickly.
Smash now. This has been less than 20 minutes.
Yeah. Because it was the Spirit Born on its own.
Yeah, because we have to. Like. Ultimately, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I never actually showed
Yeah,
this.
and
I don't think 7.
because we got you know, caught up in the. Because we got caught up in the game, I wasn't able to talk on, and this is like what got me thinking about the whole. I honestly, in some ways, feel you can blame 7 for modern Square video, from modern, like, you know, Square isms. I am sure a lot of people have probably seen the Sugar Punch video. That's him basically complaining about the. Like, I know this is kind of like a bit. Like, this makes it sound worse than it is, but it's like basically a 10-minute video of him complaining about Cloud having the Wolf Medallion and Advent Children, but his point basically of the video is that you were not in the...
No, I wanted to test something.
It's not against Sephiroth, it seems to be the Advent Children.
That's what I'm testing, Carson. I was confirming that. I'm literally confirming that. It seems to be costume specific.
And it's kind of funny that this is actually a decent opportunity to talk about the one thing, because you're going to be using the Advent Children costume. The one video was basically him talking about it. Like, you can see it there in the Advent Children costume. Cloud has the stupid, like, wolf medal on one side of it because they basically had to make Cloud even more edgy by associating him with a wolf. And the video complains about that because it...
Yep, yeah, it's the costume. That's what I was testing. he actually it does the same damage. It's just they tied it to the
basic. I mean, my point was the video. He was essentially talking about how, like, to him, Advent Children and like Kingdom of Hearts and stuff were the start of when Square basically really started like pushing merchandise and stuff with like Final Fantasy, and not just normal merchandise like figures and shit, like a bunch of weird shit like wallets and like cologne and shit. I would honestly make an argument in some ways that sort of started with 7.
Because 7.
Like.
We do need to be ending this.
Yeah, and this is a discussion for another time. The reason I would say in some forms that has started with 7, basically, while I will acknowledge later things like Advent Children made Cloud more edgy, even in the original 7, I feel he's still kind of edgy, and then think about the protagonist that existed after Cloud. Squall is like even more fucking edgy. Also, that's a side point. I feel like that's the only reason that Advent Children did the stupid wolf motif thing was Cloud, because Squall has the lion motif.
I love this. This stage is really cool.
Yeah, so I will give them this is a cool stage. Because I will at least give people the ending of like, the ending area of 7 is at least very visually distinct.
Yeah, and my problem is, I kind of wrap up, 7, I've played it. I don't think it's a bad game. I just think 7, in a lot of ways, is, like, overhyped. Because it sort of built up to a point where I played it and I think it's a good game, but it wasn't this, like, life-changing experience that I thought it would be. And I've had people just over the years make me think that 7 was just this, like, experience that you just needed to play, and that it would, like, change your perspective on, like, video games. And it's like, it's alright.
I don't want to get into this, but, you know, here...
We need to stop.
Yeah, so here's another hot take. I feel fucking Skies of Arcadia deserves most of the shit that 7 got. Though that means we would have ended up with a Skies of Arcadia Advent Children, and I don't want edgy Vice, because Vice is a good RPG protagonist, because he's not
an edgy,
mopey-dopey motherfucker.
To finish off my kind of thoughts here... God, that... Oh, Cloud.
Remember, they made him worse.
Yeah, they did, but the hitbox on that is still, like...
But it's worse. That's the scary part. That's the worst hitbox. Remember, you used to extend...
Wait, how did you do... No, okay, yeah.
You pressed the button again.
Yep, okay. We need to be...
Yes, we need to be ending, and like I said, we can...
Whenever
the hell we get back to being able to record, 7 is when we could talk about this again, or something, you know, else Square related.
I'm just kind of mad, because I honestly feel 6 and 9 deserve way more fucking love than 7.
And I just a small, another like small thing. Like I said, I know this is a much broader discussion than like for a smaller video like this. But another thing I really like about 9, and this is another reason I feel like 7 is when Square has really...
It's about to be 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I don't think. But basically, another reason I feel 7 was like the start, basically, of Square just really like jerking off spectacle and like big numbers and shit is because due to 7's battle system and other things, think about like how much fucking damage the like ultimate weapons have, and like the late game things in 7 have. Now, to be fair, this is because with the materia system and like dual cut and quad cut and other materia chaining things, you can do a lot of big damage, so that's why things become fucking damage sponges by the end. But then go look at like the HP crunch of like 9, and it is significantly fucking lower because 9 doesn't have a Knights of the Round like style like 15
9,
hit
despite
moves.
being after 7, scales damage back exponentially to focus more on a sort of simple but refined game, because the entire point of what 9 was going for was kind of going back to your roots. And the thing about 9, I think 9 is a better game more for being... Like, 9 has its own...
Yeah, it has its own problems, and in the sake of fairness, I will 100%...
We do need to be wrapping this up.
Yeah, in the sake of fairness, I will 100% bring up, while Knights of the Round is known for being like a 3-minute like summon animation, it at least has a purpose of being that long because of it being multiple hits. Arc is only that long as a dick measuring contest to outlong Knights of the Round. Because
And
9 is a game with significantly lower damage crunch, so it's that long animation for one fucking attack.
And while I think 7 is broken in some nonsense, 9, and I only realized this too late because this is so stupid, and we can cover this when we get to 9, where you have, if you kill 100 dragons as Freya and use this skill just does max damage.
Have fun!
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
That one's not level based.
Uh-huh.
You kill 100 dragons, or... Actually,
It doesn't just have to be dragons, it's dragon class enemies, so a few things that you don't think would be in there actually count in there.
Meaning, we do need to end, so I'm about to call it. And my joke, and I've said this before, and it doesn't make it any less funny, for just, like, grinding that up in a possible playthrough and having a part name being Freya of the 99 Dragons. Because... Tell me if you get that reference, but it's been like...
We need to stop. Actually, the last thing was that, what makes that more disgusting, you said Freya has to kill the dragons? No. The party just in general.
If it's like, if 99 dragons get killed, meaning Freya doesn't need to be in your team.
So meaning when you go Grand Dragon grinding before you technically get her, you can just get that.
Meaning you can just kill dragons, have Freya just over here doing God knows what. So, no, okay, we need to stop. I'm about to end, but there's your, before we go, a very serious random tip for 9. To grind that dragon skill, you just need dragons defeated. Freya doesn't even have to be the ones to kill the dragons. But I don't want to sit here and ramble, because we extended this to like 30 minutes, just kind of talking about Final Fantasy. This has been the Spirit Board for Sephiroth. Would have recorded this back when we recorded the main DLC, but it wasn't out, and I said we would come back, and we did. I just needed a short recording, but with all of that said, hope you all enjoyed Sephiroth's Spirit Board. So, as far as Smash goes, it's just DLC updates at this point, so... See you all in the next DLC as far as other Let's Play stuff goes. That's whatever the fuck I'm recording and editing whenever you see this. So, arrivederci, everybody! Bye, guys! Good night. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, what did you think of Sephiroth's Spirit Board? In my opinion, while I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy VII, I think the homages and references to Final Fantasy VII are incredibly spot on, once again proving that Sakurai and his team do care about the source material, and the other vaguely related summons were also really good, while those are technically not 100% tied to Final Fantasy VII. I think those are, once again, great representations of those overall summons. The art used was more updated, creating kind of a weird class, while a lot of those summons technically are in 7, seeing the more updated art was a little bit weird, and those summons extend a little bit beyond 7, but Bahamut Zero specifically is a very well-known summon in Final Fantasy VII. Anyway, I'm rambling. I thought the callbacks and references were really good, so I think the Spirit Board, as far as that goes, is incredibly well designed and put together, and I don't think the challenges are overall that bullshit or unfair. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time, so good night, everybody.